Kaveri Lokapavani Sangamakshetre Sustite Shri Chakraraja Sahite Shri Nimishambha Namostute Shri Nimishambha Namostute Shri Nimishambha Namostute. Come, let us again today share some moments of bliss. But for a change today, let us share it in total solitude. Today I'll be talking to you about solitude. Solitude is something which we have never ever felt in our lives at all. And in the scriptures, they call it as Ekantha. We have always only felt loneliness, boredom, or we have felt that we are alone. Being in solitude means being in a state of absolute silence, both in the mind as well as our body. Rishis, sages, men of wisdom told us to practice solitude, ekantha, for a certain part of time every day. This is what we should practice and incorporate it today. Today, we never allow ourselves to be in solitude because we have misunderstood that solitude means loneliness and boredom. The moment we come back home, we find we are alone. We just go on, switch on the TV, or make a couple of calls to our friends or whatsoever. We see to it that we are occupied. The mind, the body, all the senses, especially the sense of seeing, the sense of hearing, and the sense of speech, talking. So we engage these three senses to remove the boredom in the name of loneliness. And we always think we are alone. So any amount of loneliness, we take it as boredom, and immediately we require company. We feel so scared sometimes when we are alone. We just do not know what we have to do. So what happens? We get depressed and all kinds of funny thoughts run inside our mind. Actual solitude means to cut yourself off from the outside world and dwell in your inside world. The more you learn to dwell here, the more you learn to reside here, that is solitude. So, solitude is just to be to your own self. When you are in that kind of a mode, then you will really have that kind of peace, that kind of happiness, and that kind of bliss. But to be in solitude, you should understand that yourself is always there. Because you are ignorant that your own self, called as divinity inside you, is not there. That is the reason you feel that you are all alone in your house or in your environment. It is totally wrong. Establish the fact from today that divinity resides within you and you are not alone in your life. This divinity, called as the Atman, in the nature of bliss, Paramanand, is always there with you from the day you are born till the day you die. But most of the time, because of your ignorance, you are not aware that such a thing exists inside you. Such a nectar exists in you. Such a priceless treasure exists inside you. So, if you have to know this treasure, if you have to dig down to tap this treasure, to bring out this treasure, then you should be in solitude for a certain part of your time every day in your life. Then slowly the treasure will start coming out, and the treasure that comes out is in the form of supreme bliss. So this ekantha is what is required for you. At this time, you have to just close your eyes and go on meditating or praying or reciting a japa of any mantra you are knowing or of any mantra you are comfortable with. That is solitude, because solitude is the first step towards meditation, wherein our mind has been totally occupied by the enemies called as thoughts. So, the more you are in solitude, the more these unnecessary, unhealthy, and unwanted thoughts will be removed. And as solitude increases, you will start dwelling in yourself, and then, believe me, your outlook will change. Your whole personality will change. There is a wonderful feeling you will start getting, and a lot of knowledge pours out. The awareness inside you just comes out in all its glory, because the more you are in solitude, the more you can regroup your positive thoughts. The more you can regroup your positive thoughts, believe me, more will be the positive vibrations in your life. So this is extremely important to practice solitude. Do not allow anybody to disturb you. Switch off your cell phones and just lose contact with the outside world. And then you have to just lose contact with your outward senses also. If you start practicing it 5 to 10 minutes every day, you will come to enjoy the richness that it gives you. You will enjoy the richness called as calmness inside you, and you will be amazed at how much of good ideas, good thoughts, and good flow comes out of it. Because solitude is the base for spiritual sadhaks as for meditation, and solitude is the base for scientists. Solitude is the base to do research work, and solitude is the base to do anything creative work. The more you shut yourself off from the outside world, as well as you shut yourself off from the pull of your senses, then you are in solitude. And solitude means not only creative works, but bliss, bliss, and bliss forever. Jai Mata.